Hey guys, David Hunter here, CEO, President of Health One Medicare, premier Medicare agency in Orange County. Just thought I would take a moment to talk to you guys because I've been getting a lot of questions from new agents these days about what are the things that I would do differently or wish I knew when I first started out in Medicare. We've been getting a lot of attention from new agents who don't really have a lot of guidance or support or know where to start. And one of the first questions we get asked, and I get asked, is if I was starting out today, what would I do differently and what do I wish I knew from the jump? From the very beginning, when you're trying to get into something new and have a new venture like a Medicare agent, you're gonna have a little bit of a starting point issue where you're not sure where to go. You're gonna have a lot of pitfalls, a lot of questions that really kind of feels like almost a wasteland of what to do next. The reason we put Health One together is to make all that easy for you. And so what I wanted to do in this video, which is kind of address some of it and walk you through some of the, I guess really 5 main things that I wish I knew and really kind of get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I really would want you to be focusing on is really year one. Year one is a ramp up period. So this is when you're going to be focusing on how to get started. You're going to be digging your trenches, you're going to be making your networks, your foundation, really figuring out what you want to do and how you're going to want to work. So everyone's different. There's a lot of different opportunities out there. There's different ways to do it. It is also important to know that it's not a get rich quick scheme. We're not flipping houses. You're not going to make 50,000 bucks off of the first senior you help. What we are going to make is high six figures annually, depending on how much time and effort you put into it. And you're gonna do it by helping people. So the first year, you really wanna be focusing on how am I gonna help people? How am I gonna get in front of people? And how am I gonna get this thing going? And that is one of the things that Health One was built on, is really making sure that you have the resources and tools and education to get there. And one more thing on the first year, we should talk about the time frame. It's really important to be aware of how your first year is gonna go. So year one, let's talk about the first 3 months really fast. So the first 3 months, this is when you're really just figuring out how you're gonna be established, where you're gonna want to work, how you're going to work, who your partners are gonna be. And there's no real financial gain in this first 3 months. This is the first 3 months of you're investing your time. The next 3 months, the second quarter, you're gonna be looking at personal financial investment now. So where are you gonna buy leads? Where are you gonna market yourself? Where are you gonna fund different opportunities? Who are you going to partner with that are maybe going to fund opportunities with you? And you're going to be getting enrollments at this time. So by month 4, 5, and 6, you should be getting sales and earning a bit of an income. By month 7, 8, and 9, you're going to be getting more enrollments. You're going to be figuring out a little bit more about what works for you and what doesn't, where your time and money is best spent. And at the end of that year, you're gonna roll right into the annual enrollment period, which is essentially the Super Bowl of our industry. After the Super Bowl, now we're talking about residuals. And once you have these residuals, you're looking at year 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's when things really get fun, because now you're not just making commissions up front, you're also compounding your renewals, which is essentially creating your own salary. And no one can take that away from you. All right, so let's talk about leads for a second. Leads are gonna be the lifeblood of your career as a Medicare agent. Everything you do is driving you towards getting a lead. Everything's about getting a lead, whether you're donating your time, whether you're networking at an event, whether you're purchasing leads, doing mailers, you're involved in social media marketing, working with doctors' offices. That's a big one for us. We have a ton of partnerships. Anything that you do, the point is driving you towards coming up with a lead. And a lead is going to be a senior prospect that you're going to hopefully help, and that will turn into an enrollment to a Medicare plan. And without a good lead source or the ability to find new leads, you're going to be dead in the water. But that's okay. That's a learning curve, and that's how everybody starts. And really comes down to who you're partnering with and who your agency is. If you don't have the right agency, you're not going to get the right support and guidance. You're not going to have the right opportunities to get in front of these people and get these leads. And that's why it's so important when you're starting out to choose who you're going to be working with. Whenever you're looking for a Medicare agency to be contracted through, you're really looking for a partnership. You're looking for support, and you're looking for guidance, and you're looking for transparency. So the first thing you need to be concerned with when you're choosing agencies is, What kind of opportunities are they willing to give me or help me out with in terms of support? Are they just offering leads? Are they offering money for leads? Are they offering, you know, some basic marketing like flyers and business cards? Are they not really offering anything except for the contracts, which quite frankly are not important? You can get those on your own. Are they trying to connect you with people in your area to help network you so you can start owning some of your own relationships and owning some of your own opportunities? Or are they treating you like you're an employee of theirs and everything is through them, and if you were to ever leave or if you were to ever try to grow beyond them, would you lose those things? And those are red flags. So you don't want that. You want someone who's going to help you grow, help encourage you, motivate you, mentor you, give you the support that you need. And also, an agency should be looking at you in a very customized lens. You're a very unique person. You're a very unique agent. Everybody works differently. There is no playbook. There is no, hey, here are the 10 things, do these here, go get them, good luck. It's not like that. You need someone who's going to sit down with you, ask you the right questions, figure out what you need, problem solve with you. You're going to have ups and downs. Are they going to be available for you, like customer service? Are they going to be available to go places with you and do things? Are you going to get that kind of local hands-on touch? Those are really the things that I wish I had known from day one. That would have completely changed how fast I was able to become successful, how fast I would be able to move in the market, how much bigger things I could have done more often. And once I figured that out, I knew what I needed to do. All right, guys, so I know this is a short video. We really have a lot to cover, and I just thought we'd start with the first video, really quick and brief. First video, really with the first expectations, right? What's first? First, you gotta figure out where your leads are gonna come from. You need to understand how the first year is gonna go. You need to choose the right agency, and if you don't choose it first, choose it next. But get in there, get with the right people. And feel free to hit me up. There's gonna be a lot to cover, so we're gonna be putting out a lot more videos, going over all kinds of different content and all kinds of important questions and concerns. We do a lot of trainings at Health One all the time. We have a big team, a lot of discussion, real good camaraderie. So a lot of these topics come up, and I mean, I feel like I could run these videos unlimited. I mean, there's just always something to talk about. So we're gonna try to address them as often as we can and keep these short and understandable. So just hit me up. I mean, website is in the title. You're gonna be able to see the blogs there, read the blogs. There's a lot of good information there. Email me, DM me. I am going to a lot of the conferences. I'm a speaker at one of the events in Las Vegas, Medicarians. I'm usually at all the other ones, you know, depending on where you're at. Florida, we have them in Florida, California. We're just all over the place. So very likely I'll see you out there. If you see this video and you see me, please feel free to say hi. Otherwise, you know, we'll catch you on the next video.